Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we got something really cool for you. We got a guitar that I got from a friend of mine named Tucker. Check out their YouTube channel, Deep South Classics. They work on cool classic cars and stuff like that, so go check them out. Shout out to them. I got this guitar from them, and it's called a Synsonics Terminator. So basically, in the 80s, Gretsch had an offshoot brand called Synsonics, and they made this little contraption, which is basically a mini Strat. It's got two single coil pickups, short scale neck, probably 3/4 size. It's got a vibrato, and I'm sure you could tell that I'm leaving out the main attraction of this guitar, which is the pig nose speaker, powered by two 9-volt batteries in the back. So theoretically, you have a little practice guitar. It's got really old, rusty strings on it, so it doesn't sound great right now. And we're going to try to fix it today. Wish me luck.
Alright, first things first, let's get these nasty strings off of here. Get out of here. Then we'll start taking it apart. Starting with the neck and neck plate, strap button. Use a little bit of WD-40 here just so that I could get these screws out without completely stripping them, because I wasn't sure if I'd have to use them again. Spoiler alert, I did. So I'm glad I did that. My original intentions were to replace every screw on this guitar. That way I could make it look nicer, but I ended up having to use a lot of the original screws. Okay, now getting these volume knobs off, I realized that they were just spinning and I couldn't get the bolts off, so I had to go in from the other side and hold on to them. This took a long time because they were very broken. Had to hold them with a pair of pliers and go in with an adjustable wrench. This video is sped up 10 times, by the way, so that's how long this took. I think I gave up on the first one for a minute there. Still working on it. I really hated this circuit board. The potentiometers are mounted straight to it. See, look at this. Terrible. That's supposed to be in there. Very broken. Anyway. Now let's get this battery cover out, or battery compartment I should say. There is no cover, and I really doubt I'd ever be able to find one, so I just left it. I decided to take everything off of the circuit board. First, let's take off some of these electronics, the pickups, and the bridge, and the vibrato. Take out the speaker. I had to drill out one of the screws because it was so stripped out I couldn't get the screw out. There's the speaker. It's pretty dirty, but still works fine. Now we're going to clean off the whole thing. just using some window cleaner here. That's what I like to clean my guitars with because it doesn't hurt the paint. Okay, so now what I'm doing is sanding off the black paint that comes from the factory. So you can see in some places it's peeling off already. And it's painted like that just to make it look like ebony, I guess. But it really doesn't, and it kind of just peels off and feels terrible. So I said I'm gonna sand it off and see what happens. And I could always repaint it. But we sanded it off, and it was this nice wood up underneath it. Look at that. Of course, that's still, raw sanded wood, so we'll have to apply some oil later. First, let's polish the frets. This will not only make it look nicer, but it'll also play better and feel better on your fingers. Alright, time for that oil. This is teak oil I got from the hardware store. I used it on my cigar box base project that I built, and I really liked the results. Look at that. It's crazy that was hiding up underneath the terrible looking black paint. This is the old bridge, and it's made of metal, but it's super flimsy. And I knew it would probably hurt the tone, so I decided to replace it with this, steel chrome-plated one that come off an old Harmony. I thought that would help with the sustain and have a better tone, probably. Alright, now let's clean up this old, nasty vibrato. The old Dremel, polish it up. Ow, my eyes! Alright, now let's install this this tremolo arm, whammy bar, whatever you want to call it. I had to glue on the tip of it though. It looks like it would screw on, but it doesn't. Now let's put in the pickups. And this is me trying to attach on the potentiometers to the circuit board. Now the problem with that is that you have to get them in just the right place for them to fit through the holes. And I was having a very hard time getting any of that to work right. So what I did was I made the bold decision to chop the circuit board in half. As you can see me demonstrating here. I decided to chop it in half, and then I just, traced where those wire traces went and, just replaced it with wires. It's really just simple guitar wiring up underneath that circuit board anyway, so I decided to kind of cheese it. Here I am polishing the nut and the tuners. The tuners actually came surprisingly clean. I was very surprised at how well, because they were really rusty, and I didn't want to have to try to find new tuning pegs, which maybe I could have reused some of the shafts from another set of tuners that I have, but I think they cleaned up all right, so I decided to keep them original. This guitar is not a very valuable guitar anyway. I looked it up, and it'd have to be in mint condition to be worth, close to $300. So, oh, and one thing I did too was the original had 2 volume knobs and a tone knob, but I replaced the second volume knob with a blend potentiometer, a balance pot. All right, so here it is. We've got the Terminator finished. Added new hardware, sanded the paint off of the neck. It's looking really good. Polished it, cleaned it up real good, did a few upgrades here and there. Rewired everything. So now we have working electronics.
That's coming out of the built-in speaker. At full volume. So if I turn down the volume some, we get a little bit cleaner sound. It's a little bit hard to hear though. Then we've also got the speaker, the amp out. And it actually sounds really good through the amp. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with the feel and tone of this guitar.